Hello and welcome wherever in the world you're joining us from. Welcome to EUCAD21. My name is Kathy Smith. I'm going to be your moderator for the next 3 days. 3 days where we'll be talking about making CCAM a reality, connected, cooperative and automated mobility. This is about highly automated vehicles, talking to each other, communicating with the road and of course other road users. And the European Commission is about to launch a new CCAM partnership. The hope is to really coordinate public and private research and innovation. So we'll be hearing more about that and discuss the road ahead for CCAM implementation. We also have a great international session tomorrow. We're going to hear what's happening in terms of automated driving and connected driving in Australia, New Zealand, the US, Japan, South Korea and Singapore. So a really great international session there. There will be more technical breakout sessions on Thursday where you can really get into more detail on specific research and innovation challenges. So you can really discuss really the nitty-gritty there. We have a virtual exhibition. You've probably seen it on the homepage. You can see automated mobility projects, mainly funded by Horizon 2020, but there are some other initiatives there as well. And there is networking, because everybody always says you can't really network online, but you can during the breaks and at the end of today and tomorrow. You can set up one-to-one meetings with other participants or, in fact, with exhibitors if you want to. So you see, again, the link to that is all on the home page. And obviously, we want to hear from you during the sessions. We really want your questions, and sometimes we will be asking you questions. So we'll be using Slido. I think everyone is so familiar with Slido now, but you don't have to download or open anything else on your browser. It's there, as you see, on the platform. So not complicated. We also want you to be tweeting. So the hashtag, I think you'll see it behind me, it's EUCAD21. That's EUCAD21. So I think that's all I have to tell you of a practical nature. So let us begin. Now, we're starting off today hearing from two people whose vision for the future of connected, cooperative and automated mobility is key. Two European Commissioners. In a moment, we're going to hear from Adina Vălean, who is the European Commissioner for Transport. But first, we're joined by Mariya Gabriel, European Commissioner for Innovation, Research, Culture, Education and Youth. So, Commissioner, we are delighted you could be with us.
Thank you very much and good morning. Good morning, dear representatives of the European Partnership, CCAM, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests. Thank you very much for this great opportunity. Allow me to start by saying that the restrictions to our mobility during the COVID pandemic made even more evident the essential and critical role of our transport infrastructures, technologies and services. And Europe has a strong automotive industry with a historical record of accomplishments based on its strong ability to incorporate innovation and state-of-the-art technology. Connected, cooperative and automated mobility will be in many ways a game changer for our mobility infrastructures and systems. For the competitiveness of our industry, Europe has to be ready to reap the benefits in terms of efficiency and safety of what new technologies can bring. We also need to look at the included social impact of this transformation, for instance, as regards employment in some sectors in the economy. In terms of scientific and technological leadership, the European Union can count on supporting programs such as Horizon Europe for research and innovation and Galileo for satellite navigation. They can complement and work in synergy with other key programs such as the Connecting Europe and the Digital Europe programs. The biggest challenge, however, is to combine research, innovation and technological progress with the ambitious policy priorities for a green and digital transition, supporting the post-pandemic economic recovery. You know that the Commission has invested more than 350 million euros from 2014 to 2020 addressing technological development, large-scale demonstration, and test beds for human-centric automation, safety, and traffic management. But we still have much work ahead of us to respond to the ambitious goals of the green and digital transitions. For example, regarding the path to a greener economy, the transport sector is responsible for more than 20% of the CO2 emissions and remains dependent on fossil sources for more than 90% of its energy demand. And despite significant technological progress over the past decades, the transport-related greenhouse gas emissions are still not decreasing as they should. As for digital innovations, the development of the Internet of Things, for example, is radically changing the system integration and control in the car of the future. In fact, the automotive industry is an excellent example of the confluence of many leading-edge technologies like artificial intelligence, high-performance computing, data processing through clouds. And research and innovation will play a decisive role for Europe to keep a leading position at global level. With a very strong budget of 95.5 billion euros for the next 7 years, of which 35% will go to actions related to the European Green Deal, Horizon Europe will be at the heart of the recovery to facilitate these twin digital and green transitions for all European citizens. And you know that its second pillar, the pillar addressing global challenges and European industrial competitiveness, includes the support to projects leading to zero-emission vehicles in a context of safe and smart mobility services. This is the pillar which is hosting the Horizon Europe partnerships, aligning private and public research and innovation strategies. So I think that here, pooling European, national and industrial resources will be crucial to develop the necessary critical mass to avoid the duplication of investments and to reduce the fragmentation of the research and innovation landscape in the European Union. And I want to congratulate you for setting up the new European Partnership on Connected, Cooperative and Automated Mobility with around 130 public and private partners from so many different stakeholders groups. We expect to dedicate 500 million euros from Horizon Europe, matched with a similar amount from private partners. And this investment should trigger collaborations, including with other partnerships, such as those on batteries, microelectronics, and hydrogen, to make our mobility more efficient, improving road safety, and contributing to our ambitious sustainability goals. And in the form of the R&I missions, one of the novelties of Horizon Europe program, here we'll have new instruments to mobilize players and to facilitate inter-program synergies, including cohesion funds. Allow me to bring one other important aspect, the engagement of citizens. The engagement of citizens is an important dimension of our missions, of our partnerships, of Horizon Europe program, and I consider this aspect essential for the wider acceptance of the socio-economic impact induced by automated driving technologies. For example, the mission focused on carbon-neutral cities can complement the efforts in the partnership by setting up urban test beds that foster multidisciplinary R&I collaborations. And I think that by involving citizens and regional actors, we can make the society be part of the solutions. And I would like to conclude by calling upon all of you, private partners and representatives of our new European Partnership on Connected, Cooperative and Automated Mobility to commit and invest your knowledge, your experience to accelerate the uptake of sustainable transport solutions serving our society. I look forward to working with you to bring future automated vehicles to a transport system that favors social inclusion, digitalization, and overall climate efficiency. Thank you very much for your attention.
Very much indeed, Commissioner. Some strong messages there, obviously saying that automated and connected mobility will be a game changer. And we heard about the importance of partnership there, which of course is a lot of what we're going to be talking about, but also how society has got to be part of the solution, the Commissioner says. There needs to be engagement of citizens for acceptance. And again, that's going to be a big part of our discussion. So many, many thanks to Commissioner Gabriel. And we're now delighted to hear from another commissioner who is key to this, and that is Adina Vălean, who is the European Commissioner for Transport. Commissioner.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to open, together with Commissioner Gabriel, this third edition of the European Conference on Connected and Automated Driving. In this digital age, innovation and technology are an indispensable part of every solution we have for our global challenges. And one particular challenge linked to the transport and mobility sector is to really think how it moves people and freight, less pollution, more efficiency, fewer congestions, improved connectivity. To make this happen, we have to deploy at greatest speed all the technologies available and to invest in further mobility-targeted research. It is hard to imagine at this stage a new transport landscape without cooperative, connected and automated mobility. These new technologies can fundamentally improve the whole transport system's functioning and contribute to sustainability and safety goals. It can unlock sustainable door-to-door mobility services for all. It can help create feeder services for other sustainable transport modes, leading to fleets with higher occupancy and faster renewal rates. It can increase efficiency by reducing the time when vehicles are left idle and parked. It can contribute to keeping mobility inclusive for people with disabilities or reduced mobility and keeping them and those living in remote areas connected. When done correctly, smart mobility and sustainable mobility will reinforce each other. There is one thing that we need more than anything else to make our digital dreams come true: data. Availability and quality are both improving, but we still have a long way to go. We are currently updating our regulatory framework so that we can make the most of the data. We are drafting proposals for revising the Intelligent Transport Systems Directive. We are doing the same for the delegated regulations on real-time traffic information and multimodal travel information services. We are also working on a stronger coordination mechanism for the national access points established under the ITS Directive, which will help us build a common European mobility data space. Key to a modern digital transport system, this data space will gather all existing transport and mobility data, organized so that they can easily be reused, including for analysis and the development of services, some of which may be based on artificial intelligence. But a digital transformation needs proper infrastructure in place. Infrastructure that allows us to share data in a real time and enables collaboration with vehicles. I'm thinking of traffic management centers and intelligent transport systems. Our Connecting Europe facility has been supporting ITS corridors deployment for many years. It's currently funding 49 ITS actions, and there is more of which we can be proud. In 2016, the deployment of Cooperative Intelligent Transport Systems, or CITS, entered a new chapter with the creation of the C-Roads platform. Today, 18 member states are coordinating 29 actions that are together receiving 192 million euros. These actions are ensuring the complete harmonization of CITS services. 2019 saw the first European vehicles equipped with CITS as a standard. This marks a move away from passive and active safety to cooperative safety, and this is a huge milestone. CEF2, together with the revised TEN-T regulation, will set the bar even higher for innovative and smart infrastructure, and I look forward to seeing the results. Because although we have come a long way, we are still far from Vision Zero. Zero fatalities and zero emissions. We need to continue developing and implementing our vision. Commissioner Gabriel has already highlighted the role that Horizon Europe and the CCAM partnership will play in this. Ladies and gentlemen, to be smarter, we need to share more. Share visions, share ambition, share data, share services, and why not, share rides and vehicles. Thank you for your attention. I wish you an enjoyable and inspiring conference.
Thank you very much indeed to Commissioner Vălean. So to be smarter, we need to share more. And a really big message about data there. Obviously, the European Commission is working on this common European data space, and it will also be something that will be in our discussions in the next couple of days. So thank you very much to our first speakers, just to sort of get us going. Before we end this first little opening session, we want to ask you one or two questions, because obviously we can't all see each other, so we're interested to know who is already with us. Of course, we know that people will be joining us gradually as the event develops, but on Slido you'll see that there's a Slido poll going to come onto your screen. I don't think you have to do anything apart from vote. You don't have to open anything, but the first question on Slido: what is your stakeholder group? I hate that word stakeholder, but you know what we mean. You know, which area do you work in? Is it industry, public administration, civil society, a knowledge institute, or consultancy? We've got a lot of public administration at the moment, 35%, 27% knowledge, I presume the research world, industry 16%, consultants are not out of bed yet, only 17%, we'll probably get some later, and civil society 4%. So it's very much public administration that oh no, it's all levelling up now. It's like a horse race as we watch it all come in. And actually the researchers are up there now. We've already got a lot of people watching, which is great. I mean, we've got a lot of people registered for this. And we know that people are watching from all over the world. That's going to be the next question that I ask, is where you're actually watching from. Don't worry, we're not going to load too many questions. So now we have the next question. Slido, where are you watching from? So is it Europe? Is it Asia? Is it Africa? Is it America? Is it Australia or Oceania? So at this time of day, my guess is it will be mainly Europe, because it's an odd time of day for, I mean, we've got speakers who are going to be joining us from Asia and the US later on, and they are having to either stay up very late or get up very early. So it is 90% Europe at the moment, but I think that will, as I say, will change as we go on. And just one last question before I stop bombarding you with questions. We want to ask you, is this the is it the first time, the second time, or the third time that you have actually attended a EUCAD conference? Have you been here before? We're just interested to know whether there are the new people joining us. And actually there seem to be at the moment 66% are coming for the first time. It has only happened 3 times, this conference, so this is the third one. So a lot of newcomers, so you're very welcome. And we hope you're going to enjoy the discussions. We've got just a 10-minute break now, which will just give you a chance to go and grab that coffee or whatever you need before we start our next session at 11 o'clock. We're going to be talking at 11 o'clock about the expectations of the soon-to-be-launched CCAM partnership, and we're going to hear the voices from road operators, from automotive suppliers, from the city of Hamburg, and also from the car industry, the automotive R&D. So lots of voices there to give some sense of what the different, shall I use the word, stakeholders, the different sectors hope to see from the CCAM partnership, which is going to be launched under Horizon Europe. So join us then at 11 o'clock, just a mini break now, and then we will see you at 11. Thank you.